It's Madden NFL 23, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the Jets and the Silver and Black, just ahead on EA Sports.
Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the New York Jets and the Las Vegas Raiders. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their highly decorated quarterback, Aaron Rodgers.
There have been very few quarterbacks in the NFL who have been as consistent throughout their career as Aaron Rodgers. He's been good for so long, and we've seen no decline in his skills. His accuracy and arm strength continue to elevate the talent around him, and his in-game mistakes, few and far between.
Let's do this, man. It's showtime, baby.
Rodgers going to come out throwing. Buying time to his left. And his first pass is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll run with Hall. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. DeAndre Carter back deep. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. They'll be led out by their quarterback standing at 6'2" from Eastern Illinois. It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
And Jimmy Garoppolo has shown that he can be a Super Bowl quarterback, but his biggest problem, his ability to stay healthy and remain on the field. When able, he's a capable quarterback prone to winning games both in the regular and postseason.
They got to walk that walk, baby. Let's go. Do your thing.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's caught by Myers. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there.
Let's go. It's showtime, baby. Who's going to make a play, baby?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And his pass incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. So pass interference to call. That's going to set him up with a 1st down.
And if it's a bang-bang play, maybe the flag stays in the official's pocket, but instead, he definitely impeded the receiver's right to catch the football. The officials letting the players know how the game's going to be called here in the 1st quarter.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Here we go. Let's ride up. Let's go, baby.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The defense thought they had that play covered, but it still got driven backward by those blockers. Those types of plays are a key part of any team's offensive game plan. It all starts up front in the trenches.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Garoppolo. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Quincy Williams worked his way back for that sack. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
Yeah, the next-gen stat's going to illustrate just how quickly a quarterback has to process everything, as he was on the ground in under 3 seconds, 2.9 to be precise. Here's Hardman to return. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Rodgers now on 1st down. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Jet 1st down, a gain of 13. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate. Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From midfield, here's Rodgers. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. Going right back to Wilson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On the counter, it's Hall. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss, couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So here's Greg Zuerlein now as they'll try for the field goal. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Garoppolo on first down. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Well, obviously the pass rush gets the glory and the statistics on this play, but the coverage, they deserve a ton of credit too. Denied open windows, erased the quarterback's targets one by one. Everywhere he looked, someone was covered. Only a matter of time before someone got there to bring him down.
Let's go. Here we go. Come on, let's go.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Garoppolo, room here to run. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw is Garoppolo. He gets this to Davante Adams. Down inside the 10. Touchdown! Davante Adams, 42 yards. And the Raiders have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. And New York set to take the field. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
And maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. Now a play fake. Rodgers steps away. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
You're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. Now Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. It's caught here by Adams. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 23. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Raider first.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on 1st is Garoppolo. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Ninth play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs taking it in from 2 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Carlson on for the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be on the 25-yard line. New York ready to go again offensively. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Rodgers now on first down. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. On first and 10, it's Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
To throw is Rodgers. He has a man. It's complete to Wilson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The Jets on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. On third down, here's Hall. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Let's do this, man. Let's rock and roll. Let's go. Let's get it, y'all. Time to play. Get ready. That's what it is. That's
On first down, Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Let's rock. It's showtime.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to bring up second down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Hall, and he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Now it's Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Zerline good with a PAT, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, you have no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
Let's go do this thing, baby.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He's got Hooper on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
You swing that out wide to Jacobs. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10 to about the 40-yard line.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Second down, Jacobs once more. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. Garoppolo now. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's scooped up by the Jets. On the move past the 40. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Rodgers. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover. But I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on first down.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Rodgers going to throw. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 25 yards that time.
This drive started on the turnover, and they're taking more time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Raiders are going to take possession here It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. A turnover's obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
That's right, dog. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Rodgers now to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been played at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now Rodgers. He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets are able to move back in front.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now here come the Raiders. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On play action, now Garoppolo. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He goes right back to Adams. That's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. From the 35 on 2nd down, Garoppolo over the middle, complete. That's Myers. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo.
The slant connects with Devontae Adams. And the Raiders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. To throw is Garoppolo. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half as his guys have now moved out in front.
A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Carlson now to add the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards.
And it was all capped off by Jacoby Myers on the touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And looking at this situation, Charles, you got more than a minute. You've got all 3 timeouts. Probably no need to play this safe.
So what you're saying is that we're doing a little bit of a mind meld here, aren't we? Because I'm thinking along the same lines as you. This amount of time, don't be compelled to play it too safe. This is a chance to get points on the board. Press it a little bit.
And especially since a touchdown here gets you the lead. Rodgers now on first down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
From the 29, Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. On the draw, it's Hall.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 2nd and 9, Rodgers, that's complete, and it's a fumble. And the Raiders have recovered. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to our EA studios in Orlando. Here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from that first half for the Jets. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
This taken in at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. On second down, Jacobs. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
At first glance, I thought he just used his size in order to win the route, but he also had a little subtle move in there as well. Made the defender think he was going one direction and was able to track the ball in another.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I would describe the way that he's played today as mature. He's already moved on mentally from that incompletion, and he's more than ready to throw his next pass downfield.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Garoppolo. Over the middle, he's got Myers.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Second and 2.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll take this one down to the 36.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now Garoppolo on the bootleg. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. They go with Jacobs. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Though certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
You know what we need, baby.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Now Hall to start the drive.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Raiders pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
To the opposite of what they envisioned. decision when they left that locker room. A turnover on the opening drive of this third quarter.
I like your identification there because that's exactly what they discussed in the locker room before they came out on the field. Let's get the ball. Let's go down and score, put some points on the board, and feel good about it. Not an insurmountable lead, but definitely not how they saw it at halftime.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That's right.
Play action, Garoppolo. Open man, that's Renfro. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 30 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Raiders take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Nicole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Rodgers. And a completion to Wilson. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. On the return, Carter. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I had to do a double take on that one, Brandon, because so far in this game, we haven't seen many of his passes fall incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. There's Garoppolo to throw. And that is incomplete here.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Garoppolo now. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
John Franklin Myers bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Hardman on the return.
It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return.
And the Jets will take over.
And New York set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Rodgers' throw here going to be caught by Wilson.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4.
Throwing is Rodgers. Completes it to Hardman. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
They'll give to Hall. Now they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet 1st down. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they had 3 tight ends in on that set.
And these guys are punching really well. I use boxing analogies a lot. A lot of coaches have told me that when you line up to run the football, It's 10 fistfights along the line of scrimmage, right? You've got to win your share. These 3 tight ends, they almost always win their fistfights.
Let's go now, let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 37-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
They'll run with Hall.
And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the 1st down.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Here's Hall again.
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Rodgers.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. From the left hash, this from 37. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away.
Taking it about the 1.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jacobs. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
To throw is Garoppolo. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Jacobs.
And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Garoppolo again. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, a 22. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs.
And he'll take this down to the 33. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Carter.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10.
Now Garoppolo. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Jacobs.
And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal.
And his carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal.
They'll run with Jacobs.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up fourth down.
And in this situation, a field goal doesn't help you a whole lot, but I think you've got to take it because I think you're a little too far for it on fourth down. But we also know the offensive coordinator's in the head coach's ear trying to talk him into going for it right here.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. The kick by Carlson is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Now from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So out now come the Jets.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. That's caught left side by Hardman. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he'll just get rid of it.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Let's do this, man.
The Jets on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Throw left side complete. That's Hall.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. And again, it's Rodgers. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hall want to give up the middle.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. Open man here is Conklin.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10.
Rodgers now to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rodgers again now. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by David Long.
And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a one-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Brandon, they're still in the lead. The momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So first and 10 now from the 30. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Garoppolo's throw into the hands of Hooper.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. And just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on first and 10. Here's Jacobs on first and 10. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down. Stay in bounds. Keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all, because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
Garoppolo on first down. Open man is Myers.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And with that pass, CD, he's now over 400 yards in the game. And even in a pass-first league, that is still a tough benchmark to hit.
And all week leading up to this one, all we read, heard about was the confidence he had that he could put up big numbers. Kudos to him for coming out here with that belief in himself and for making it happen.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Jacobs going to try the middle. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Second down and 5. On the handoff, this is Jacobs, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Second down, Jacobs once more. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Running is Jacobs. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's play. Let's play now, baby. Let's play. This is the only for this game. Me and you, baby. Me. That's what it is. That's what it is.
They'll run it with Jacobs. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
Maybe the old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
Carlson on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Josh Jacobs. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So Aaron Rodgers and his offense down by 15. 55 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That's caught by Wilson.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me, make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Rodgers.
He gets it underneath to Hall. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
It's complete. Lazard.
That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.